Strengthening Faith 64. I read a news article a while ago, which I wanted to briefly discuss. It reported on taking a step back, in order to assess what is truly beneficial and harmful in one's life. When a Muslim observes the teachings of Islam, they will find that certain worldly blessings have been described in a positive way, but in other places it has been described in a negative way. This is because in reality, most things are not innately good or bad. What makes them good or bad is whether they take one towards the obedience and pleasure of Allah, the Exalted, or not. For example, the Holy Quran has described a spouse as a way of finding tranquility, mercy, and affection. Chapter 30 Ar-Rum, verse 21.
And of his signs is that he created for you from yourselves mates that you may find tranquility in them, and he placed between you affection and mercy.
But the same Holy Quran has also warned that a spouse and children can be enemies to a Muslim as well. Chapter 64 At-Tahaban, verse 14.
O you who have believed, indeed among your spouses and your children are enemies to you, so beware of them.
This indicates that they become a source of tranquility when they encourage one towards the obedience of Allah, the Exalted, which involves fulfilling His commands, refraining from His prohibitions, and facing destiny with patience according to the traditions of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. But one's family can become an enemy to them if they divert them away from the obedience of Allah, the Exalted. So Muslims should regularly assess and judge the worldly blessings they possess, in order to determine whether they encourage them towards the obedience of Allah, the Exalted, or divert them from it. And if necessary, take steps in order to benefit themselves in both worlds. Whoever does this self-assessment regularly will find that they continue to use the blessings they have been granted in ways pleasing to Allah, the Exalted, which in turn will ensure they find peace and success in both worlds. Chapter 16 An-Nahl, verse 97.
Whoever does righteousness, whether male or female, while he is a believer, we will surely cause him to live a good life, and we will surely give them their reward in the hereafter according to the best of what they used to do.
But if they fail to do this self-assessment, they will inevitably misuse the blessings they have been granted, which will lead to a difficult life in this world, and a strict accountability, and a potential severe punishment on a great day. Chapter 20 Taha, verse 124.
And whoever turns away from my remembrance, indeed he will have a depressed, i.e. difficult life, and we will gather, i.e. raise him on the day of resurrection blind.
And chapter 9 At-Tawbah, verse 24.
Say, if your fathers, your sons, your brothers, your wives, your relatives, wealth which you have obtained, commerce wherein you fear decline, and dwellings with which you are pleased are more beloved to you than Allah and His Messenger and striving in His cause, then wait until Allah executes His command.